So yeah, people always mistake it for a MAGA hat, and it's just great.
His videos seem to express that he would go to any lengths to ensure their safety, becoming a vocal advocate for devoted fathers.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Want to make a quick message for you on this Father's Day, right? So here's the deal. A lot of women out there are doing the whole, I'm more man than my man, so them dudes, they don't need no appreciation with this us, Stop it. Just stop it. Here's why, okay? You think that it's an empowering moment, but the problem is you're trying to take something away from a lot of really, really good dudes out there that are actually really good to their kids, right? And there are actually a lot of really hardworking, awesome single moms out there, right? That they pull both roles, and they do deserve that recognition. So if you're not feeling validated, don't take it out on everyone else. Thank you. This message was brought to you by an American that gives a... Have a wonderful day.
Given Riley's outspoken stance
This
against
feels a
preying on
lot of
children,
virtue
the
signaling.
question remains, do these horrifying allegations hold any truth? Fully aware of the chilling details, having spoken to the girl himself, the detective continues his efforts to extract answers from Riley.
I sat in an interview with just a little while ago and watched her basically relive it again when she was having to describe what was happening. I don't know how an 11-year-old girl was strong as is. But she was very descriptive of what was happening. And like I said, we're not here to cast judgment. We're not here to label people, and understand there's things that happen in our lives that cause us to make mistakes. But it's a 11-year-old girl talking about things that were done to her that shouldn't have been done.
Right.
Look, Daniel, she's nice.
She was talking about being told to keep it a secret and not tell anybody. And she was talking today about how she couldn't keep it inside no more and she had to tell somebody. So Riley, is there truth to what you're saying?
Many of Riley's videos even expose the potential dangers lurking on their residential street, captured on their home surveillance system. However, it's a different set of security cameras that may hold the key to unearthing the truth of the unsettling allegations against Riley.
Riley, can you tell me more about the cameras? Okay. I was trying to understand what the camera situation was. I kept hearing about cameras. So what are they for?
I'm in every room, like the kids' rooms. And then she's got them throughout the house, and we put them on the outside of the house for security reasons. And the main reason for it is just one of the step kids is autistic, and he'll have like meltdowns or whatever maybe, and then that way she can keep an eye on him.
Mm-hmm. And when they're in the house, are they inside the bedrooms or in the hallways, or how are they set up in there?
So in each kid's room, they have the camera inside the room, and then in the hallway or the big entryway, there's one on this wall here.
Okay. Do you have access to view those cameras, or is that just...
According to Maya, however, an alarming discrepancy was uncovered when she reviewed the footage.
My daughter told me that he was unplugging all of our cameras that led to her room. I went and I checked the cameras on my phone. In the time frames that she told me he's been unplugging the cameras, there are no footage. And I've noticed that they've been unplugged or whatever. I thought it was her. The plug to that camera is
I absolutely fucking hate him.
Almost touching the ceiling.
Already.
So it's not something that she can reach unless she pushes her chair up there, which would be caught on camera if she did that. It looked like this is 7:30 is when the earliest recording is this morning.
That's unusual.
Mm-hmm. And then I went back and checked all the cameras that are upstairs that face her door, and every single one of them is most days is after 7:30 a.m. is when they all start recording.
Then every other camera's on around the house?
Yes.
They're not off? Only the ones leading to her room and in her room were off?
Correct.
With only the child's claims, the detectives must work to get a confession from Riley himself. The officer urges him to admit to the horrifying act, telling him their own.
Yeah, that's very weird, concerning behavior, in my opinion. So yeah, I don't really think that there's any kind of explanation. I'll get you.
His only goal is to get to the bottom of the truth. However,
Alice.
Riley hesitates as he grapples with what to do next.
Cheap gas. Yes, be a goddamn man, Riley. Be a man.
Yeah, yeah.
Imagine your miserable
That's
existence.
the even weirder part.
No turning back.
The lack of explanation.
We're already at this point. We are here.
What's the stat in the second floor?
Say it like that. There are things that I didn't do.
As the interrogation continues, the investigator urges Riley to confess. However, getting a straight answer from him will be no easy task.
When you woke up today, this was the last place you'd expect to be. But it's what we do moving forward from here is what's going to affect a lot of lives. And there, like I said, there's ways to get through this. There's programs that can be offered through the court. There's things that can be offered to help you deal with the demons and all the things that you've been dealing with, the stress. There's ways to get through what happened.
I need to take down one guy.
Move on from it, but it starts right here by being truthful, and it starts right now. It's saying that you f***ed up, because I believe what you said.
It's an ambush! Stay on the VIP! We need an exit plan! Command, anybody there? Come in! Okay, we got more funny business incoming. Keep your eyes open.
Really hard to
Snap out of it and let me see your war face. We're going.
things for what they are. There's certain things in life you don't recover from. I want to tell you guys, I do.
I'm in the basement, command all.
I'm trying.
Out.
I got all night, Riley.
Check your flanks.
Yeah.
Acknowledged. What?
You guys got families. That's important. You know, God, this just sucks. So close.
False alarm.
So close to accomplishing good things. Doing something great. So close to getting the drugs out of Aberdeen. So close to getting all the craziness out of the streets. So many people believe in me. And now it's over. It's gone.
As Riley keeps deflecting the subject, providing little to no hints, it appears as though the detective won't rest until the truth is exposed.
She said the last time it happened was this morning. And she talked about how her camera gets unplugged before you come in the room, and she just pretends to sleep. But she said that
This guy make sure he walks off
it wouldn't
alone.
matter if she was sleeping or awake. It would happen anyway. And so right now we're collecting, she's up at the hospital and collecting DNA samples. And this is an opportunity where I'm offering you a chance to explain what happened, and if a mistake was made, and it's time to be truthful and take ownership of the mistake and not let it catch up to you down the road being proven by DNA, because we get touch DNA off of things all the time. There's the sweat glands in your fingers contain DNA.
I did go up to her room this morning. I didn't touch her. I did not touch her.
Any description on possible suspect?
I went up
We got
there.
no witness. Really?
I remember she wanted some nuggets or something. So I made some nuggets for the younger ones.
If you didn't touch her this morning, what would cause you to say that happened?
I don't know.
And what would cause her to say that this wasn't the only time that it happened? It's happened lots of times.
I don't know.
Yes.
The disturbing admission finally unveils the truth.
Yes, I want to finish this
Nothing prepares
bull.
the detective. detectives for the sick and twisted reasoning he'll later give.
About how many times did this happen?
Five times maybe.
Wait a minute.
Just real fast. I don't know. Just a weird impulse tick.
Over how long a period of time?
I'd say
What happened to the assassin?
During those 5 times, would you unplug the camera when you went into your bedroom?
No. No. It would, she would already have it unplugged. Like she would do it. She would unplug it. I don't know why.
According to the child, however, the cameras were mostly unplugged by Riley himself.
How did it start?
Sorry, I just that I have ADHD pretty severe, so I get that in my mind thinking of the house, build, and just now me, now I'm here. Now that's all separated, and I have to accept that. I mean, I was going to start my new job tomorrow. And I left with a piece of car. Could never get the SUV fixed. Needs a new engine. Now I gotta worry about her. How's she gonna make it? How's she gonna
Need
make
it.
And we'll also be concerned about sleeping at night and wake up in the morning to Riley coming in her bedroom. Doesn't have to worry about that.
Before confronting Riley with the crucial question of why he would harm his own stepdaughter, he poses a different question. His answer, however, further exposes how little Riley appears to understand the gravity of the situation.
You ever talk to her about it?
No. Yeah. Actually, I apologized to her once, twice.
When it happened or just randomly?
When it happened.
Tell me about one of the times that you apologized. What happened?
I don't know how to explain it. I told her. What was my exact words to her? It said something along the lines of, "Kid, I am so sorry. You know, I don't even know what the hell that was about." And I apologized.
Hey, what are you doing with
And that was about it. She didn't really think anything of it. But God, what?
You didn't bring an assassin with
That
you.
time when you apologized? Because obviously,
Yeah.
That's how the conversation come on.
I just, it was silent and, good vibe in the air. Wasn't nothing
Stop, you look
weird or
fine.
anything.
I know I look
No, no.
fine, but
You're
she's
looking
like
So,
really
I did that. I'm really sorry. So I don't know. I don't understand what was that about. And then I asked her, "Are you okay?" And she said, "Yeah, I'm fine."
In an exclusive interview obtained only by Iwu, Maya will soon speak out, offering her advice for parents of young children. In the meantime, before facing the inevitable consequences,
That'll have to work.
investigators appear determined to find an answer to a crucial question.
Can't find
The why is the number one
assassin.
question like everybody wants to know. Everybody wants to know why. And we can't prove why by cell phone records or DNA evidence or video footage. That just proves the who and the what and the how. The why comes from these conversations. And
Obviously, it's huge mistake, huge. The stress in our home has been unreal. I don't want to just give you a bunch of excuses. I should be my own person. You know, I don't want to always get so mad at me and scream at me to not use certain things as excuses, but you know, that's what's going on. There's so much just on my shoulders at all times, just chewing in my ear constantly. It sucks. It really sucks. Like I said, it's not even a sexual thing. I don't feel attracted. It's just this weird impulse.
I need to talk to
I
the
don't
boss man
know.
about these uniforms again. This polyester's sticking to
I don't
my...
know. It's so weird. God, this is just a weird conversation. developing, in certain areas, and what's wrong with me?
With Riley's confession, along with an unsettling answer to the question of why he would have committed such a depraved act, his arrest is imminent. However, the investigator has one final heartbreaking question.
If in here, would you have anything to tell her?
Oh, I'm beyond sorry of all the damage this has caused her, her mom, her sisters, her brothers, the community, literally everything and everyone that is let down by this.
Well done.
Sorry to
This will
recover.
make anyone think
I
twice
deserve
before
whatever's
turning
coming my
to
direction.
crime.
I deserve it. And I hope that she can heal and can heal. And they all find what it is that they need in their life to live the absolute best life that they can.
An apology, however, will do little to prevent the consequences that await him, as he's led away in handcuffs and taken to Grays Harbor County Jail. In the meantime,
That's
Riley's
not gonna
wife
save
Maya
him, for
shares
sure.
red flags she noticed after his arrest and offers advice for parents,
Well
hoping to
done,
prevent the
47.
same terrifying
syndicate
fate
has
from
been
happening to
eliminated.
others.
He did not get along with
I
my
had
boys
intel that they
because
were
my
more
boys
than
are on
just
the spectrum and they're just, they clashed
Take
a
them
lot. They're
all
teenage
down,
boys.
and you'll be
And
well
so I
rewarded.
didn't think anything of
Get
that
back to me when
until
you're ready.
everything came out. It wasn't a red flag in the moment as it was happening. But then like after this all came out, that's what was actually happening. It's like, oh, crap. Background checks mean nothing. For women that are dating right now, background checks mean nothing because he had nothing. He was squeaky clean. And I had 4 children when I first met him. I didn't really see any red flags at first. Nothing really happened to a severity that I should have been paying attention to it until we bought our house together. And then I was 100% reliant on him. I had quit my job. I helped him get sober
That's
so
the
that he can
problem.
go back and get to work and everything. And no woman should ever put herself out for a man. Just even though you think you love him and you think it won't be
Preach.
him,
Preach.
it probably will
God
be.
damn.
After Riley's arrest, Maya explains that the public response to their situation has led her to becoming a target of unexpected scrutiny, with many people questioning why she has cameras in her children's rooms in the first place.
I do have disabled children that require severe supervision, and they've been in home care and like all these sorts of different cares, and I was advised by professionals to have these cameras.
39-year-old Riley Tyrell Carter was officially charged with multiple counts of first-degree rape of a child and first-degree child molestation. While in jail, Riley is swabbed for DNA, which will later be compared to the assault kit performed on the 11-year-old girl. His bail was set at $150,000. On August 2, 2024, a press release from the city of Aberdeen announced his resignation from his city council position. Though the case is still ongoing, Maya was able to inform Iwu that a trial is currently set to begin on March 11, 2025.
Wild.
In 2018, 2 women meet for drinks at a bar in Fort Myers, Florida. One invites the other to her hotel room,
It's interesting. Man, that case is interesting to me purely in the fact of like kind of projection really like kind of told it all.
unaware that she's in the presence of a killer.
Chore would be traveling up to the airport with travel for all this morning. Can I see this thing
This encounter sets off a chilling chain of events, linking their meeting to a gruesome crime 1,000 miles away. Now, investigators across state lines must work together in a race against time to put an end to the ruthless crime spree before the killer strikes again.
You're gonna find a body there. Somebody better look.
The following report is based on police records, and most of the footage has never been seen before until now. On April 9th, 2018, dispatchers in Lee County, Florida receive a call from a motel manager with reports of a chilling discovery.
911, what is your emergency? Yes, this is at Marina Village, Snug Harbor down in Fort Myers Beach, and there's a dead body in one of the units. Her body's covered in towels and there's blood in there.
The manager explained that several units were experiencing a plumbing issue, and every other unit had been checked except for room 404.
When I walked in there, I said, front desk, and no one answered, and the master bedroom was closed, and all the stuff was there, so I didn't want to interrupt thinking there was nothing there, but my boss said, no, go in and make sure, because it could be in that particular bedroom. So I went back up, and I opened up the master bedroom, and the door to the bathroom was closed with towels on the outside of it. So when I went to open up the door, something was blocking it, and I got scared.
Too afraid to investigate alone, the manager asked residents in the neighboring rooms to peek inside. Brave volunteers came forward to help, unaware of the nightmare waiting for them on the other side of the door.
There was a towel against the door. The door was partially open. We tried to push on it, and we were hitting something. So I looked around the door, and she's laying on the floor with towels over her, and she was bleeding. You could see blood under her towel. The towel looked to be under her head. That's all I could see.
Officers quickly arrived to find a woman lying on the bathroom floor with what appeared to be 2 gunshot wounds. A towel had been draped over her body, and the air conditioning
how did they
was
not
lowered
hear
to
it?
a frigid temperature of 61 degrees. The guest bedroom showed signs of use, and multiple wine bottles along with dishes piled in the sink indicated another guest may have been staying there. Whoever it may have been was nowhere to be found. Police discovered that room 404 was rented by 59-year-old Pamela Hutchinson, who was captured on surveillance checking into the Marina Village condominium 6 days ago on April 3rd.
Barely made it by the bell. Pamela Hutchinson. How are you today? Good. Good. Right, the traffic was. Is your driver's license on a credit card?
Pamela reaches into a small silver purse, which was later discovered in her motel room. However, her credit cards and identification were missing. More importantly, she checks into the motel alone, raising questions about who was in the room with her. Searching for answers,
Find the person and, well, you know the drill. Be careful, 47. And most of all,
investigators continue reviewing the tapes,
I'm
unaware
smoking
of the
another.
unnerving mystery that's about to unfold. At 3:44 p.m., Pamela pulls
Picking
into the
another
parking lot of Marina Village in a white Acura with Florida license plates. Shortly after checking in, Pamela exits the elevator and heads to room 404 by herself. However, the following day, she's no longer alone. As she approaches the elevator at 8:13 p.m. on April 4th, she's now accompanied by another woman who bears a striking resemblance to Pamela. They appear about the same age, height, and build.
Hey, what did you do? Stay out all night and sleep all day because you don't have any time? Yeah. I would have to start all day.
They're seen again the following day at 12:45 a.m. on April 5th, entering the elevator and once again heading toward the room.
No, I like that. Or when you're traveling up to the airport and stuff, they're always morning.
And that one. Okay. Security suit.
Further investigation revealed that Pamela was traveling to Fort Myers Beach for a funeral to be with her friend, who was scattering the ashes of her late husband. The friend last saw Pamela at lunch on Wednesday, April 4th, and later received a text saying she'd extended her stay to April 5th. However, when she sent a text to Pamela at 10 p.m. on Thursday,
my bad.
she received no response. Surveillance footage shows the unknown woman meeting with Pamela at a restaurant on April 5th at 5:14 p.m. They share a high five, engage in lively conversation, and have a few drinks at the bar. Over 2 hours later, Pamela pays for her meal with a credit card, while the other woman pays in cash. They leave the restaurant at 7:43 p.m. and are seen exiting the elevator and heading toward Pamela's room together. Pamela would never be seen alive again. The answers to what happened to Pamela are with the other woman, but she is now missing. As investigators review more footage, they note that on April 5th at 8:30 p.m., just 45 minutes after leaving the restaurant together, the unknown woman emerges from the room alone. Officers note that she appears distraught, upset, and possibly crying. As they continue observing the footage, the woman's next actions leave investigators deeply suspicious of her involvement. On the morning of April 6th at 6 a.m., the suspect heads to the elevator carrying the same purple luggage bag that Pamela had been seen with earlier. 2 hours later at 8:30 a.m., a woman claiming to be Pamela extends her stay for 3 additional days. She provides a credit card over the phone, but oddly, the card doesn't match the one used for the reservation. Minutes later, the suspect begins making several trips to and from the parking lot. Pamela's car is seen backing into a space in front of a white Cadillac Escalade. The suspect then begins to transfer items from the Escalade to the Acura. The Escalade leaves the parking lot at 12:42 p.m., but the suspect returns on foot nearly an hour later at 1:32 p.m., where she stays for several hours. Finally, on April 6th at 1:51 p.m., she heads for the parking lot and is seen driving away in Pamela's white Acura, leaving her body to be discovered 3 days later. The suspect has vanished without a trace, and as there's no record of her staying at the motel, her identity remains a mystery. Investigators are left with many haunting questions. Who is this woman, and what role could she have played in Pamela's death? The answers may lie over 1,000 miles away, where an unfolding investigation reveals shocking connections between the cases, far more twisted than anyone could have imagined. 2 weeks earlier, on March 23, 2018, a call is placed to the Dodge County Sheriff's Office in Blooming Prairie, Minnesota, where uneasy concerns soon lead to an alarming discovery.
Could I speak with a detective possibly? My name's Greg Oswald. We have right up to the point of missing person here. My business partner, and there seems to be something seriously wrong.
Okay, how so?
Well, I haven't been able to talk to him for 16 days, and neither of any of the employees. He's never done this. Dave's never done this. In the 20 years I know him, he's very involved in our business, hands-on.
Okay, and what is his name?
David Reese.
Greg further explains that the Prairie Waxworms farm is just 100 feet away from David's home, where he and his wife Lois reside. Thomas, the farm's manager, explained their concerns began 10 days prior on March 12th.
Lois come down to the shed and told me that David was sick and he would not be down today, and she also wanted me to take care of the payroll because we get paid every bi-weekly. David having some health issues in the past, I did not think anything of that.
Soon, David's co-workers became suspicious after unsettling differences emerged in their usual communication.
The texts we were getting from his phone were not his texts. It just wasn't Dave's style. Dave didn't abbreviate, didn't punctuate, didn't. You could tell it wasn't him.
Thomas, Greg, and other employees claim David's text messages seemed to change around the same day Lois began telling others he was sick.
He does.
Or didn't get to
talk
do the 1,000 for net breaker.
You know? And the ones I was getting was like all
that sucks.
Marks and commas and dots and thanks abbreviated with an X instead of spelling it out and stuff. You know.
Okay. And he doesn't normally do that.
No, he just text and it spells out the full words.
Despite their concerns, on Monday, March 19th, 8 days after he was first reported to be sick, Lois assured Thomas that David still had plans to attend a fishing tournament set to take place the following Friday.
March 23rd, I watched the live weigh-in of the Cabela's Masters Walleye Circuit that David was supposed to be at, according to Lois. When they announced David's name, I did not see him, and I became very concerned.
He then called Greg, David's business partner, who contacted local police to perform a welfare check on David. Deputy Hoffman from Dodge County Sheriff's Office arrived at the house on March 23rd at 6:49 p.m., but no one answered the door. Through the window, he noticed the television and gas fireplace were on. With nothing seeming out of the ordinary, the deputy left, unaware of the horrifying secret hidden inside the house.
We were so frustrated sitting there talking to these people. Mental health people are going to go out and check, and that guy's like, "You're going to find a body there. Somebody better look."
Determined, Greg once again calls Bloomington Prairie Police. This time, officers Peterson and Peach return to the house. One officer boosted the other, lifting him just high enough to peek through the bathroom window. Lying on the bathroom floor was the body of 54-year-old David Reese. Though investigators in Minnesota would have no way of knowing it, the chilling discovery of David's body would soon reveal haunting parallels to Pamela's death in Florida. David was discovered in an advanced state of decomposition, with a green-colored blanket laying over his body in a similar manner.